Have you seen the movie?
No, I've not.
I'm sorry, you've not seen the movie?
Not just yet.
And you're too busy to see it, probably?
You know, in a way, you know, once my job is done on the film, it's really none of my business. You know?
Johnny Depp made celebrities lose their composure better than almost anyone else.
This is beautiful. This looks like an old-fashioned, I don't know, sloop. Is it a sloop or something? Is it a yacht? Well, I don't know what that is.
I really don't know. It's just a boat.
Yeah.
As far as I know.
These are the times Johnny Depp made celebrities lose it. Never Have I Ever with Gwyneth Paltrow.
Never ever have I joined the Mile High Club.
Depp never rushes his answers, making every beat hit harder, while Gwyneth Paltrow and Paul Bettany keep trying to hold it together.
Never ever have I lied to get a job.
Oh, come on.
How would you lie?
I lie constantly to get a job.
Johnny surprises Pink. Pink is already talking about Depp as one of her crushes when he walks out, making her cool disappear, turning into nervous celebrity laughter.
Nothing. We're both now flustered.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're blushing as well.
We are. I think
Doesn't
Pink would
happen.
really like a little bit
No,
of a kiss.
I'm
I mean,
good.
her husband.
Ellen puts Depp in the hot seat.
We're going to put you in on the hot seat, as they say. So what's your first reaction when I say, what is your favorite part of your body?
Back there.
The back of your head?
Yeah, for the moment.
Uh-huh. Have you seen that?
No.
Okay.
Ellen turns the pace up with quick revealing questions, but Depp refuses to look rattled by any of it.
There's got to be
My
some
shoes
part
are
of
my
your body
favorite
that
part
you
of my
like.
body.
Your shoes? That's not a part of your body. You don't like one part of your body.
I've had them surgically put on.
Do you like your ass?
Like it? Mm-hmm. I accept it.
Okay.
Surprising people at Disneyland.
You did a fun thing at Disneyland. You hid in the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Yeah. You know, here's the thing. Like, when we did the first pirate, they showed me around the ride, and I thought it would be so great to just sort of stand there like an animatronic, and then when they come past, you just go, what are you looking at? You know?
Fans love this moment because Depp is describing a moment where a huge movie illusion collides with regular people just trying to process what they're seeing in front of them without any context. Depp makes Gwyneth Paltrow lose it.
I was laughing so hard, and that whole gag reflexing, I don't know how you both didn't just lose it every single time.
I did. I basically ruined I ruined like 15 takes.
We did a lot of takes.
Depp and Gwyneth Paltrow talk about how hard it was to keep straight faces while making it look like they're only half a second away from laughing again. Johnny cannot grow a beard.
What about you? Can you
I have beard envy.
Oh, you're talking to Johnny. I want.
I have beard envy. I do.
Yeah,
I grow about 7 or 8 hairs on this side.
Depp takes a very ordinary topic and tells it with such seriousness that it immediately becomes funny, creating mismatch. Depp's Donald Trump impersonation.
How would you like to do a feature film in 4 days? And I went, I like that idea. And then he said, how would you like to play Donald Trump? And I loved that idea.
Depp explains the bizarre story of doing a Donald Trump feature, then leans into the voice and attitude just enough to make the room crack.
I want a sensational wall. I want a fabulous wall. I don't remember what the question was, but it doesn't matter because I'm not going to answer it anyway.
The Jack Sparrow prank.
They sort of looked at me as they were coming around, and I'm frozen, and I went, "Oi!" I don't know, what are you looking at? And then, nothing.
This is a very Depp kind of moment because even the failure becomes funny as he talks about trying to surprise people as Jack Sparrow and discovering that real life doesn't always react the way the fantasy version in your head does, getting insulted by Iggy Pop.
And I'm looking at Iggy Pop's blue eyes, and it takes so much time, and he just says, "You little turd."
This is one of Depp's funniest celebrity worship moments, as he flips the cool factor on him through a setup where he's around Iggy Pop, tries to handle it, and then ends up getting roasted, instead creating a perfect reversal. Johnny Depp's Doppelganger bit.
You look so much like Justin Bieber when you started out. Look at that. Don't you? You don't see.
This clip's hilarious because the joke is built on somebody else being strangely close to Depp while still very much not being him, as Ellen enjoys that kind of visual absurdity more than most hosts. True or false with Ellen?
You're here so rarely, I thought I would just get some questions out of the way that I had
Sure.
on true or false. You enjoy playing with Barbie dolls.
Well,
Ellen throws him a string of weird true or false prompts, and he answers them like they're perfectly reasonable things to discuss on daytime television. Johnny's dog joke breaks the crowd.
Your dogs, you brought dogs into the country. Did you smuggle the dogs into the country?
no, we were under the impression that we had all the paperwork done for the dogs. We were there with the dogs in front of everybody. There might have been other things smuggled.
This is one of those stories that's funny before Depp even starts telling it, because the basic premise is already ridiculous, and Depp knows that, so he lets the absurdity breathe instead of pushing it too hard with forced jokes.
What did one thing have to do with another, like, you know, that I had been voted some kind of thing, and that was...
Not some kind of thing, people's sexiest man
Whatever.
alive.
The Don Rickles Impression.
Real quick, and he's sitting in a chair, and I said, hey, Don, I just want to let you know, I'm here and wish you luck and everything. He goes, John, you're here, and you're not late.
That's a pretty good Don Rickles, by the way.
Thanks.
This one hits because Depp is telling a story about the last time he saw Don Rickles and then slipping into an impression that feels affectionate rather than showy or disrespectful to the legendary comedian.
I then said to him, I'm going to go back out to the sea, let you do what you got to do. I'm just going to give you a kiss before you go out. Kiss, you know. Mm-hmm. So, as I go to kiss him, I said, by the way, I have a little herpes breakout.
Kimmel is the perfect host for it because he understands how much of the joke is in the rhythm and attitude and not just voice accuracy. Depp roasts his younger self.
Some of the people wanted pictures, and I was kind of wondering what was going on. And so finally this guy's like, hey, can I get a picture? And so I posed for a picture with him, and he goes, yeah, I'm really waiting for Johnny Depp, but this is good too.
Depp looking back on an earlier version of himself, clearly being able to see the comedy in it, now making stories about first press tours usually bland, but he makes the whole thing sound awkward, surreal, and slightly accidental through his telling.
Was it great? Were you just tickled to death to be doing that?
Yeah, it was kind of great. I mean, I wasn't tickled to be...
Oh, the tickling, I forgot. Yeah, we've got a tickle monster on the loose here at ABC.
Yeah.
Hunter S. Thompson can't keep up with Johnny.
And I was sitting in the back of this bar, and suddenly the front door opened of the bar. I was way in the back, and I saw sparks, these hideous sparks that were kind of everywhere. And then I realized as he came closer, the sea was parting.
Few people can say the words Hunter S. Thompson and explosives and still somehow underplay them, but Depp can, which is exactly what makes this clip so good across all platforms and audiences.
And the next thing I heard was, out of the way, you bastards! And the sea parted, and he arrived. And then we shook hands, and then we went back to his house and built a bomb. And I shot it with a shotgun.
And it went off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He tells the story with a tone that suggests this was merely another strange afternoon, which makes everyone else react even harder to the implied danger and chaos.
The good bomb.
80-foot fireball, yeah, huge.
See, it does sound like fun.
Nitroglycerin and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like fun, but again, I wouldn't relax. I wouldn't sleep in that house. You slept in the house, didn't you?
It wasn't a council house. Where was it?
Depp won't teach his son to drive.
And now.
Oh, man. Lily Rose is about to be 18.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And your son is how old?
He's 15, my boy.
So are you teaching him to drive as far as a 15-year-old? Is that the time where you do it, right?
I'm not teaching him how to drive.
You're not teaching him how to drive?
No.
This clip is drop-dead hilarious due to the fact it takes an everyday parenting topic and turns it into a Depp story, which means it gets weird fast through his unique perspective.
Because you don't think you would be a good example of driving, or because he doesn't want you to, or it's too early?
He has my instincts, my boy, and he's crashed about 5 golf carts.
Oh, really?
He makes the reasoning sound both thoughtful and slightly chaotic, which is a good recipe for late-night laughter, creating perfect balance.
Does he golf?
Nope.
No. Johnny Depp is here.
Kimmel plays the straight man well here, letting Depp keep stretching the idea further without interruption. What sells it is that Depp sounds completely serious, even when the logic becomes increasingly entertaining and absurd. That tone makes the host laugh harder because the punchline is hidden inside the sincerity he projects. It's a very small premise that grows into a much bigger reaction clip because of how he tells it.
You moved out here, you were part of a band, right? Originally, that's why you came out, to play with the band, and then wound up getting into acting. Did you have a regular job, or was the band paying your bills?
No, there was no. You had to...
Depp shares his time as a telemarketer. This is exactly the kind of random biographical detail Depp can turn into a full comedy story through his distinctive telling style.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, you did.
You had to actually pay them. It wasn't even like getting a lot of your friends to come and we'll let you play. It was paying them.
There was that, and you had to pay them.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much would you have to pay?
I don't remember, but it was like, it was more than we had, for sure.
Yeah, right.
The idea of him working as a telemarketer is already funny on paper, but the clip works because he leans into the awkwardness instead of trying to sound impressive about his past.
You can give it to your clients, and they were like $2 or $2.50 each, and then the people got the pens, and inevitably they were furious because they were clearly not worth more than like 5 cents each.
Yeah.
He makes the job feel less like a stepping stone and more like a bizarre side quest in his life, creating memorable anecdotes. That gives the host plenty to laugh at as Depp embraces the strangeness.
There was we sold ink pens with their business name and everything.
That was the one.
You do there's a whole rap to it. But we had the extra added pleasure of offering them either a trip to Greece or
The segment also benefits from Depp's natural ability to sound like he drifted into the strangest possible version of every situation somehow in time.
or a grandfather clock. And I think the other thing was like half a TV set or something.
Were you good at it?
I was not good at it.
Not good at it.
It becomes funny, not because the story is polished, but because it sounds too odd to be invented by anyone else but him. Johnny learns Spanish from Penelope Cruz.
He didn't answer if she managed to teach you some Spanish finally.
Let's start with the last one first. She taught me the raunchiest Spanish. It's so foul.
Penelope Cruz teaching Depp the wrong kind of Spanish is funny on its face. But it gets funnier because Depp sounds like someone who absolutely would take the lesson seriously at first without suspicion. That gives the story a nice little victim and accomplice dynamic, creating perfect setup for comedy.
No, I think it's a bad idea. I can carry that on my back for the rest of my days. And then, going to work with Penelope again, having done the film Blow together 10, 11 years ago, something like that now.
The laughter comes from imagining the exact moment he realizes what he has actually been taught and how he used it. It's also funny because the anecdote feels playful rather than polished, showing their real friendship. You can tell why a celebrity room would crack up at it so fast because everyone relates to being pranked.
Idea to bring her in, and I think when he brought up the idea to me, maybe got out the consonant, and I went, great idea, So I was very, very excited to have Penelope come into this film I knew she would.
Cruz probably taught him phrases that sounded innocent but were actually inappropriate. Depp likely used them in public before understanding their meaning. The realization probably came from native Spanish speakers' shocked reactions. The prank happened during a film shoot, creating behind-scenes mischief, as Cruz likely couldn't keep a straight face while teaching him. Depp's trust in her made the prank work perfectly. Plus, the inappropriate phrases probably got him in trouble with some people afterward. But that simply just reveals how funny the entire premise is altogether. Johnny Depp's talk show appearances work because he's perfected the art of making wild stories sound completely normal, while normal stories sound completely wild, creating confusion that leads to uncontrollable laughter from everyone around him. His genius isn't performing for the camera, but rather treating every bizarre anecdote like casual conversation, proving that sometimes the funniest thing a celebrity can do is refuse to recognize how unusual their life actually is. Which of these Johnny Depp moments do you think made celebrities lose it the hardest? Tell us in the comments and subscribe for more funny celebrity moments.